It's Roundtable Friday here on Northwest Digital News. Kevin Hunter with Chris Bornstead. Carrie Griffin is a guest here at our table today, and Max Ferguson.
Whoa, it's different.
It's different, yes. The pirate Max Ferguson sits at the other end of the table from us, and we are going to roll out some weather and then have a little fun conversation here on Roundtable Friday.
Oh, there's so much fun to be had.
There is so much fun to be had, yes.
Talking about weather, today is going to be a high of 63 and a low of 49. It will be cloudy today. This week you can expect a mix of some rain, some showers.
And some snow.
And
No, not snow.
I think that
Really
we can,
snow?
I think
No.
we can change
In the background.
we're in spring now.
Yeah.
I think we can go
Oh,
from the snow to the sun. Oh,
wow,
Fridays.
the wonders of technology. But tomorrow's going to be a high of 72, and that's on Saturday. And Monday is a low of 46, so that is your week.
The sun comes back next week. That's pretty freaking awesome.
I'm excited for
It
that.
is awesome.
Yeah, got to have it back.
So excited.
I was really excited it rained yesterday because I didn't have to go to a baseball game.
Oh,
Finally, I didn't have to go to a baseball game. I mean, I like baseball guys, but I mean, every night.
all right, Chris, the table is yours. You wanted to talk about it's the final day of filing
Today
in this
is
region.
the final day of filing for elections here in the state of Washington. And it looks like we're going to have some pretty good races in Longview, Kalama, and Kelso. Things are heating up, and there's still a whole bunch of positions online that people haven't filed for, like, exciting things like Cemetery District and,
Cemetery District.
Yeah, that was
You'd have a
really
lot of
exciting.
people under you.
Yeah, definitely have a lot of people under you.
Yeah.
And be responsible.
And you
dying
could
to
be a
work with
member
you.
of the UEPGC,
Yeah.
Undertakers and Balmers and Pallbearers Glee Club.
I think they meet once a millennium and talked about things, because things are really lively in the cemetery district, and so they need to fill those positions. You guys.
The people under you don't give you very much feedback,
right,
though.
right, yeah. So I mean, not a lot of complaining. So if you guys are looking to serve the community, step up for
If
one
you
of those
aren't
positions.
looking to serve the community, step up.
No, that's not what I said.
That's what it sounded like. Did it sound like
I said
you said if you
are
aren't?
looking to
Oh, if you
serve
are
the
looking,
community,
all right.
and you don't like the battleground politics type of stuff, this is a good position.
Hey,
for
wait
you
a
to
minute.
come into.
Wait a minute. That is actually, if you are not looking to serve your community, please file for one of these offices. See, a lot of people sitting in these offices aren't really serving their community.
That is true, Kevin. That is
So,
true. I mean,
maybe
they're making decisions, but they don't have their elbows deep in the work. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's plenty of people that do that. So maybe, if you're not looking to serve your community,
And if you're
Run for
dying to,
elected office.
serve it, if you're dying to serve it.
yeah.
Maybe not that last part. I mean,
No?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Anyway.
too much, too far.
So you've
Oh,
got,
man.
if I remember correctly, I was at the elections office right outside the door this morning around 8:30 over at the county admin building, just watching, waiting to see, because there's a few spots that nobody's filed yet, like position 5 in Woodland. Not a single person has filed for that the last time I checked. So that's a council seat that will be open that is uncontested right now that doesn't have anybody running for it.
I have a prediction without any details, but I have a prediction that we are going to have an absolutely hilarious announcement on Monday Week in Review.
I hope so. I hope
Yeah.
so.
I think
we
there's
could
going to
possibly
be
have,
something really funny.
We could have a pretty funny political story for you guys on Monday.
Yes. You got to stay
again,
tuned for that.
We'll have to find out. Today at 5 p.m. is that magic time where you can't turn in your numbers anymore online. If you're going to file online, you have to do it by 4 p.m. And we have some races. We have some really interesting races going on and some really interesting people running. So it's going to be a fun election season.
And maybe even funny election season. Hopefully it's funny because,
there's
there's got to be a little
yeah.
humor involved, right?
Well, there already is, but we'll talk about that down the road. You had a person come out in the community that said that there was going to be a fantastic announcement for Longview on Friday, and I was hoping that they were going to move back to Seattle, but we'll still have to see. They didn't announce that they were moving, so we'll have to see what it was. 5 p.m.
All right. Well, we have Carrie at the desk here. Carrie's joined us for the first time on Northwest Digital News, but she's been a follower of the show.
Yep.
And we started chatting online, and I said, well, you want to join us on a broadcast? And what did you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
And here I am.
Actually, I
There
think
you
she
are.
said it online several times. I want to be on the show.
Yes, she did.
So here we are. And I actually know her. I've known her for a few years. She
Yes.
goes and hangs out at friends' houses sometimes. So
Gotcha.
I actually know who she was when you said she was coming on the show. I was like, yeah, I know her. Yeah.
Cool. So, Carrie, you wanted to talk about, I told you to bring a topic that you feel passionate about, and you want
Going to
visit about-
California.
You're going to California
Yep, I'm leaving on the 27th.
of this month?
Yep.
Oh, so real soon.
Yes, real
And
soon.
and what are you going to do on this trip?
Gonna go see my little brother graduate high school.
Cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since he was 5, and then I get to meet my sisters from my dad's side that I've literally just got in contact with.
Wow.
Pretty exciting.
So kind of a little family reunion of sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really, really excited. I can't wait.
We can't tell. We cannot tell that you're excited.
Yeah, I am excited.
So you said you went to Kelso High School. Did you just graduate from there, or
Oh no.
how long have you been out of Kelso?
I graduated Kelso High School in 2012.
In 2012.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have like the fountain of youth going on.
Yeah.
Because you look younger than you are.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I get that a lot. It's all good though.
Kyle, she is your senior.
I know. I thought she was younger than me. I graduated in 2017.
But of course, Kyle's 14.
Only since he shaved.
Since he shaved. I'm
right,
sorry.
right, yeah.
Yeah, since he shaved.
But who's Kyle? I'm Max today.
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
that's
this
right.
is Max.
Not to be
Seriously.
confused.
Scapegoat.
No, Kyle graduated Kelso
2017.
2017, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Almost
yeah.
3. Yeah, it's crazy seeing all the freshmen graduate this year. That I see. That I kind of took under my wing and band because a lot of them were really scared.
Oh, why would you ban him?
I don't know. I just
And
didn't
where are
like
your
it.
Oh,
wings?
you meant band.
In
Oh,
band.
band. Oh, band.
Yeah.
Actually, band had their banquet last night where they got awards, and a lot of them got some pretty great awards. So I'm pretty happy for them.
Cool.
Just wanted to flex on y'all, but that's about it.
So, Carrie, what do you think about all this stuff going on in this country? You said you don't actually pay that much attention to.
I don't. I mean, I hear about it, but some stuff is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some stuff is ridiculous.
Yeah. There's a lot of lack of truth and transparency and everything else in public today. See, I got started. I did my first radio show ever in 1999, and I discovered by 2001, 2002, I discovered that they were already then sorting my news file. So somebody else was deciding for me what I was going to share in the news.
Definitely.
And I didn't realize that I didn't actually see the entirety of the news. And you don't think about that, but there's a ton of. But now today, where things have shifted is they don't even read the news. They just like make stuff up off of their. The network writes its own
Yeah.
script.
I believe that there's a memo that goes out first thing every morning, and it goes to all the stations, and then they go, this is what we're going to report today. And so when you turn on ABC, they're saying something, and then when you go over to CBS, they're saying the exact same thing. When you go over to CBN, same thing. CNN, same thing. Fox News, the only one that doesn't do that. But then you go back to all these other ones, and they're all saying the same thing. It's like they all got the same memo.
If anybody wondered if that's true, if you're out there watching today, you wonder, go look for like some of the mainstream media montages that show that kind of stuff. And it's like,
We've
Yeah.
talked about it on our show before, where we actually played a video of all the stations on the same day, starting. And
there was
it's
like,
exactly the
it went
same.
to like 50 or 60 major news networks all saying the exact
Yeah,
same words.
They were all saying
crazy.
the exact same thing on one day. So a lot of fake news out there.
There is.
A lot of fake news.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So, Carrie, what are you doing with yourself these days?
Honestly, working.
Working. Well, that's
Yeah.
not a bad thing to be doing.
No, it's very exhausting, but it pays the bills.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Well, good for you. So you're thinking maybe you want to try a career in broadcasting, possibly.
Yeah, something I've always wanted to do for the
Yeah.
longest time.
Well, this is actually a little heads up for everybody in our viewing audience. Besides broadcasting out of this studio, there is a remote broadcast stage that is very nearly done. Just picked up yesterday all the plush black leather furniture that's going on that stage. So it's like and the trailer is getting closer to being done, but it'll be done by end of May, and our first show will be probably somewhere on the coast.
Nice.
But we're going to do some weekend shows, and then, of course, we'll do local stuff and whatnot, too. So, Lauren Bobert's on the show today. Carrie, you have to hold up your shooter's shirt.
Oh.
Where's your shooter shirt? You have to hold up your shooter shirt.
Purse, where everything else is.
Yes, because Lauren is watching today, and she is actually the owner of Shooter's Grill down in
Ooh.
Colorado.
Awesome.
So, glad to have you on board this morning, Lauren. Yeah, we had to suit her up with a shooter shirt right away when she walked in, so that was a good thing. Well, Kyle, you want to talk about Minecraft today.
Oh, yeah. It's Minecraft's 10th anniversary, and I'm pretty excited for that.
So this isn't Minecraft as in, the hillbillies who walk out and step in cow pies and pastures or anything. This is a different kind of Minecraft.
Yeah, this is video games, so.
Yeah.
Video games. So just to show you, this is a picture of modded Minecraft, so you can get it so it just looks beautiful like this. But the original came out in 2009, and this is exactly what it looked like. This was the first ever Minecraft.
Oh,
So-
that's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, I actually just built that before
My
the
sister
show.
plays that game.
It's very popular.
My sister?
Oh yeah, it's a fun game. Yeah.
So is she good at it?
Yeah, kinda.
I don't know if you can actually be.
I
be
mean,
good at
it's
it.
it's fun.
It's
You
like
get to
really-
tear down trees and build. It's like Legos.
It's like Legos.
Yeah, she says the same thing I do. It's virtual Legos. I used to make fun of my kids for playing it because they played it for hours and hours and hours, and I'd look at them and go, "What are you guys doing?"
So you know what? I think this would be really hilarious to have your sister come in, play Minecraft with Kyle, and whoop his butt at Minecraft.
so
That would be
enjoy
hilarious. That would
I don't
be
think you guys
hilarious.
understand
That
what
would be
Minecraft
great.
They don't. That's okay.
It's like Legos.
So just to kind of show you the stuff that you can build, you can be good at the game. So if you have an architect mind, you can build stuff like this.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely crazy what
I
people
do have an architect mind.
Then you should play this game.
Yes.
My cousin Donnie, he's also an architect, and the things he builds are absolutely crazy.
I had a friend who built a working AT-AT.
What?
A working AT-AT, Star Wars, walking.
Oh.
It was he
So
found
Kyle,
some kind
what-
of plan for it.
What makes you think
Yeah.
that there couldn't be a competition here? Because whoever builds the most amazing castle first.
Oh, there's a whole lot of competitions you can have. Since it's a sandbox game, it's you mine stuff, you craft. It's just the basic vanilla game. It's so vanilla that you're able to actually augment it to your wildest dreams. So there's like Spleef, that's a game where basically you're all on snow and you have shovels and you try and dig the person so they fall. So you have all these people trying to dig each other to fall, and whoever is last wins. So you have games like that, and you even have like games like Hunger Game knockoffs and battle royales, and it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So Minecraft is turning 10, and here's some controversy for you. Notch, he's the guy that created this game, is just a single person that created this game, and then Microsoft bought this game from Notch. Well, the original creator is not allowed to go to the 10th anniversary party for the stuff he posts on Twitter. So he's not allowed to go. So
That's terrible. That's so bad.
yeah.
No issues there, huh?
Yeah, no issues there. He just likes to post if you have to label it far right stuff, but just honestly, I feel like he should go. I feel bad for him, but I guess that's what you get.
That's what you get.
I guess that's what happens on the internet.
So Kyle, any bragging rights that you want to make about Minecraft?
Yeah, actually, like I said earlier, I made this house, and I just want to.
Show it off.
Yeah, I just want to show it off. Yeah, I made this. It took me like 10 minutes, before I got here, So I just don't want to brag, But,
That is pretty amazing.
made that. No? Okay.
Kyle also does on-the-spot drum performances.
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, fantastic.
Would you like to share those?
Oh yeah.
I do happen to have video. I could shoot you the video over, Kyle, if you'd like to share those.
I can
video.
happily not do that, but
Well, speaking of subpar performances, I want to mention that Bill de Blasio
Whoa.
Mayor of New York, has entered the presidential run.
That's some shade right there.
That was some shade, yes.
Wow.
It was almost like it burned both ends.
No, the interesting part is that the filings for president are just getting to be bizarre. So you know what? I got a prediction. Before this is all said and done, there's probably going to be like 30 candidates in the field.
Didn't he say that he wasn't going to run?
He did mention that, but his filing was like so funny that this was mentioned on The View yesterday, and Whoopi Goldberg could not say this with a straight face. She just busted out laughing in the middle of making the announcement. Which, you know, if this tickles her funny bone, Bill, I got news for you. I'm thinking that maybe somewhere in the 30, 60, or 90-day window, this campaign ends.
He's got to be polling better than Jay Inslee already.
Actually,
right?
no. No, there's Eric Swalwell actually was really happy that Bill de Blasio got into this race so that Eric doesn't have to be in last place. Because Bill will be in last place now. It's like, come on. Bill, homelessness is like the worst it's ever been in New York. Like all kinds of things are the worst they've ever been. And Mr. de Blasio doesn't even show up for his job as mayor in New York.
Which
So-
way politically does he lean?
He's running in the as Democrat for president next year.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So he's 6'5". It's possible that the air is a little bit thin in New York, you know, at those higher altitudes. And he might not be getting enough oxygen when he was thinking about this run for. So, interestingly enough, in a very democratic state, a Democratic mayor is very likely to be bounced in his own next election in New York. So, I'm just saying, maybe the presidential run, put that one on the back burner. Just put it out there as one of those. You know, we all have these dreams and aspirations that are like, man, someday I'd like to go to the moon. You know,
Yeah.
this is kind of like one of those things where you like go, yeah. Anyway,
We actually have a fun comment from Blues Forever on Twitch. Yeah, New York around 10 p.m. when I walk back from work looks like a scene from The Walking Dead with all the homeless.
It looks like that here in Longview too.
some truth from somebody on the streets of New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's sad.
You know, it's really sad. The one thing in common that we see where all these cities of massive homelessness are happening, they're all ran by people on the left.
Yeah.
And it's the policies and the ideas that they are putting forward that are they're creating this homeless. They can't figure out why all the homelessness are being created. Well, with every new tax, every new fee, every penny more you guys take out of our pockets, that's how they keep being created. And they don't understand this.
Gotcha.
But you look at San Francisco, look at Seattle, look at New York. They're
Mhm.
all liberal-ran cities.
Well, what's always been true with anything is the more available and free you make something, the more it will attract people to
Correct.
that thing. And there's been that we've seen in a lot of the major cities and whatnot.
If you build it, Kevin,
They will come. If you make it, they will come.
If you hand out free things, you're going to get a line.
Hey, you know it's kind of an interesting thing is a little bit to that point, Chris, is we remember all the conversations about the Love Overwhelming building over in Kelso.
Oh yeah.
And when that was a significant
buildings.
attractant in the area.
Oh, it's still a significant
Well, I know it is, but
Yeah.
you know what? The interesting part is it being in Longview has had a lesser effect, though. We saw, although we see like the park building and whatnot being overrun, but all I'm saying is that in driving around the community, I have just noticed fewer clusters of homeless people in all these different areas around there.
Kevin, that's because the citizens of Longview and Kelso and Cowlitz County are fed up with it. They're tired of the free handouts, and they have come together and worked with property owners and the police departments, and they are breaking up the camps and cleaning them up and patrolling them and making sure that they don't come back. A lot of these folks that are out in the camps talking to them, when they're talking to them, these folks are not from here. Majority of them aren't from here. And they tell us things like we came here because we can get free stuff. We can get free dental. We can get free health care. We can get free food. And there's no rules. We don't have, people are like, well, why don't these guys go into shelters? Well, they won't do what is necessary and required of them to enter a shelter. They don't like the rules. They don't want rules. They want to be able to continue doing whatever it is that's keeping them out of the shelters, which is, there's a list of things. Things are getting really bad. We have all these people coming in from Seattle, Tacoma. I mean, we've had people from Hawaii, Florida, Minnesota. I mean, they all come here because it's advertised around the United States that you can come to Longview and you can get free stuff.
Yeah.
So if you look at the commenting,
I heard to that point. I actually heard from some people in the homeless community, because there was a guy here that I did a fair bit to help, and actually he's working in a city over in Oregon now because he was able to get out of here entirely. But he was here, and he mentioned that exact statistic, and that's actually the living in the homeless community coming.
We can see it online from people, from progressive Democrats posting online in our local communities. This is the way that they're going to create jobs. We'll create more jobs by bringing in more homeless and helping set up centers to help these people, and we'll be creating jobs for our community. So this is because economically they can't bring any type of green jobs or any other jobs. They're going to create jobs off the backs of the homeless, and they'll just keep bringing more people here. Everybody knows that we have no housing. We don't have anywhere to put these folks that keep coming, and these people from out of the area are bouncing our local people and preventing them from getting into housing and helping, because if you are a drug addict, you go straight to the top of the list. You are considered the most vulnerable. Not the mental health people. They are just thrown out on the streets to fend for themselves. And they get mixed up with the homeless that are on the drugs, and then they start using drugs, making the problem even worse. The people in our community, we have 25 organizations in this community that are enabling this to happen by going out and handing out free items all the time. Handing out tents, handing out free food, handing out sleeping bags, handing out socks. And we are finding them everywhere. And we are having to go out and clean them up, spending our own time away from our families and stuff like that to go out and clean up after these people that are not from the area and don't want to make anything better for themselves. So, we're allowing this to happen. Back in the day, we had something called tough love, and we need to get back to that here. We need to help the people that are local, and the rest of them, they need to go back to where they're from and get support from the communities that they're from and their family members where they're from. They need to fix those avenues that they've broken and go back to where they can get help. But we have a small population of people here that keeps encouraging these people, telling them to go out into the parks, make themselves seen, make a mess, make it so that they can't ignore you. And, that's getting frustrating for the people that are actually trying to solve this problem. We will
and
never
here,
solve
Chris,
it.
I thought you would have nothing to say on this homeless thing.
No, not at
I was
all.
just like-
I don't have nothing
I
to
thought
say
for
about it at all.
We actually have another comment from Blues Forever on Twitch. Yeah, it's pretty sad. The other day I was going to the subway and I heard they were moving benches so homeless people can't sleep in there, and just adding lean bars where you lean against the wall. Also saw another rat dragging a drumstick past a vending machine. It's pretty bad.
Awesome. Yeah. No, for those of you guys that don't pay attention to the homeless thing, we had something that happened very, very bad. The story has been kind of hidden from the community, but it has been confirmed that there was a baby that was born in one of the homeless camps the other day here out in the Tenant Way dump. And the story is that we're getting so far is that the baby was stillborn in the camp. Property owner saw the lady walking around aimlessly with a dead baby in her arms and called the police. This is just
For 2 to 3 days, supposedly she was carrying that baby.
So this is the story that you aren't seeing in the newspaper. This is the story that you aren't hearing from our local leaders, because I don't know why they aren't talking about this one. But, we are not doing what we need to do we won't solve this problem, because we have a group of people that refuse to allow jobs to come here. And every time that we try to bring jobs here to better our community and get more family wage jobs and more money so that we can actually open up centers to help people, they kill these jobs. And they kill any hope of money or any hope of job or, of bettering ourselves coming in. And until we can shut those people down and actually start doing constructive things instead of stopping every idea that comes in we aren't going to get any better. The logging jobs are gone. The manufacturing jobs are gone. We have to bring them back somehow. And as long as our city looks the way it does now, and as long as we have the drug problem that we have now, it's not going to change.
All right, so I got a question for Carrie. You're headed off to California on the 27th, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you have to. It's the 27th. What day of the week is that?
Memorial's Day.
Oh,
So you get to go for Memorial Day and hang out in California.
Well, I'm going to be there the 28th, but I'm leaving on that day, so.
so if you would like, you'll have to shoot some video of all of this stuff going on, as long as you're okay with it and the family's okay with it.
I am
But
so
shoot some
down.
video
I will
and bring
totally
it
do
back
that.
up, and we'll share it on our the Round Table Friday following that. if
Sounds
you'd like.
good.
Did you say where part of California you're going to?
I'm going to Sacramento.
Oh,
Well,
Sacramento.
I'm going to Modesto, and then I'm going to Sacramento.
Okay.
I'll be in Modesto to go see my brother, and then I'm going to be in Sacramento, California to go see an old friend of my mom's. Her name is Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
She's not doing so well, so we want to go see her for the one last time.
Yeah.
She hasn't seen me since I was like 12,
Yeah.
so
Wow.
pretty exciting there too.
So I'm curious what advice you have for, because we have these groups of kids that graduate in high school here very quickly from your alma mater, Kelso, and of course all the other neighboring schools. So a little bit that life has taught you now, graduated in 2012, right? Mm-hmm. So you've been out of school for 7 years. Mm-hmm. So what has this life outside of high school taught you that you would have maybe given yourself advice on as a graduating senior from high school? So if these kids today were saying, "Come on, Carrie, tell us what we need to know. What did you learn in these 7 years?" What would your advice be to these kids?
I would probably say, honestly, I really don't know. I just, for me, I defend myself, and I worked for what I got now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I got a job. I moved to my own place. You know, I have a 2-bedroom. You just got to work for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
just for yourself, you know. Focus on only you.
Yeah.
It's,
I watched her
It's
progress
honestly-
online, so,
so-
I've seen her go through all this stuff and get into her own apartment and get a job. And I watched her. You go through all that, and I think you're working at Arby's right now.
yep, I've
So-
been there for 2 years and a half now.
So, sorry.
Yeah.
How is
so-
the sandwich that has all the meat on it? That has every meat that you guys have?
Which one?
It's some new one you guys have. I have to ask. I'm a
Fan of Bobby's.
It's supposed to. They're advertising this big giant sandwich. They're saying that has every single meat that you guys have on it.
We have the meat stack, and
That
then
might
when we
be
have
it.
the mega stack.
No, I bet you it's the mega stack.
Yeah,
I
the
might have
mega
to stop
stack
and look at
has
that.
all the meats on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the
every
one I think.
meat.
Yep.
It's a $15 sandwich, but it's worth it.
It's $15.
Yes. For
Really?
just a sandwich alone, correct.
Oh my gosh!
That sounds like
All right, I'm out of my price range now.
a meal for four. No.
But you could always try the luau chicken or the
Yeah,
bacon
we
kahuna.
saw those. Those look good too. So
Yeah.
I'm on a ketogenic kind of diet, so I have to wait till Sunday to do something like that. But
That
that, I mean,
sucks.
$15.
So do you do a roast beef with lettuce wrap for the people come through and say, "Hey,
Like
I'd like a sandwich without
If
a bun"?
someone gets like a classic roast beef and they
Yeah.
want sesame seed bun, they could just get a lettuce wrap or just a wrap itself. A lettuce wrap, we just fold it up in lettuce pretty much.
Yeah, yeah,
It's really simple.
yeah.
Do you guys sell a lot of the lettuce wrap stuff over there?
Yes.
Yeah. Keto.
So for our keto fans out there, because we do a food show here on Wednesday, it's becoming more and more common to be able to get a lettuce wrap sandwich
Yes.
from just
It
about
is.
anywhere. Great stuff. Well, guys, we are going to leave it there here on Round Table Friday. Here, special thanks to Carrie Griffin for joining us here on the broadcast, and
You're very welcome.
maybe we'll see your smiley face down the road
Yes.
again. So, all right, everyone, thanks for joining us on all the various social media platforms. Kevin Hunter, Chris Bornstead, Carrie Griffin, and who is it today? Introduce yourself, sir.
Minecraft Ferguson.
My name's actually Kyle Torgerson, or is it? You never know.
You never know. All right. We're going to leave that to the max. Catch you later, everyone.
This concludes today's live programming on Northwest Digital News.
Thanks for joining us for this special broadcast. Heard around the world in more than 70 countries on YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, Facebook, and Twitch TV. If you enjoyed a story or guest we had here on Northwest Digital News and would like to strut your stuff on the broadcast, email us today at wainfo2017@gmail.com or call or text 360-545-3501. We're always interested in unique stories, topics, and guests to share with our worldwide audience. Before you go, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up and comment on the live stream. And for those of you who'd like to financially support the broadcast, you can do so at patreon.com/Northwest Digital News. We thank you for your patronage. On behalf of Chris Bornstead, Kyle Torgeson, Stephanie Hunter, and all the people that made this broadcast possible, I'm Kevin Hunter. Till next time, take care.